Hey team, thanks for jumping on this video real quick. I just want to go over some stuff that we're learning in our training with our new coaches. And this is the 5 biblical principles behind recruiting and prospecting. So I want to go over these real quick, talk about just some brief little points just to give us a different perspective. We're going to be diving more and more into this stuff because I think it's going to really help us with our business in the long run. So number 1 is love. Number 2 is truth. Number 3, humility. Number 4 is service. And number 5, community. And so let's go over those. So number 1, love. And as you wish that others would do to you, do so to them. Luke 3:61. So that's, I think we know that one as the golden rule, right? So something to think about. Some questions to ask yourself. Am I remembering that a person that God created and loves is on the other side of this interaction, right? As we're messaging, reaching out to people, something to think about. How would I feel if I was the one being recruited in this situation? Okay. Is the result of this interaction in the other person's best interest? So these are great questions, right? If like this is the first biblical principle behind recruiting and prospecting. Like these are great questions. Like where's my heart in reaching out to these people, okay? Or pursuing them or prospecting, whatever we want to call it, right? So that's number 1, love. Like are we doing this out of love for them to have a better life, for them to have a better financial situation, etc., right? So number 2 is truth. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Proverbs 11:1. Okay, so here's some questions to ask yourself as well regarding truth. Is there anything unfair or deceptive about this, right? Our messaging, our scripts that we're sending out. In what way might I be exaggerating or overstating my case, right? So there's this desire for us to embellish sometimes, right? Are we overstating, like, oh, we're talking about the reset? Are we like overdoing it to I feel like my kids do this a lot, and I think we do it as adults as well, but we notice it with our kids, like they'll like make their story like, or like we're talking about fishing, right? Like when you catch the fish, it's like, oh, it's about a 6-inch fish. You tell somebody else now it's an 8-inch fish. A couple years pass, it was a whopper, right? It was like this 50-pound fish, right? So are we embellishing, right? Are we exaggerating or overstating our case? So something to think about, right? We don't need to do that. And then last one, what would the customer say if they knew what I know, right? So it's like that idea of like, this is like about being true and this is like truth, right? It's that idea of like being like sneaky, right? Like trying to pull a fast one. So those are some questions to think about. That's number 2 for our biblical principle, truth. Okay. Number 3 is humility. I'm just going to read this. Can you tell someone about the business opportunity without overselling or boasting? Are you approaching each interaction as a guru or a guide? Some things to think about, right? The guru meaning like I know everything. I'm the expert, or am I approaching it as the guide, right? I'm going to help this person, this customer. I'm going to help I'm going to guide this hero, right? We're making the customer the hero. I'm going to guide this hero to live out this successful experience with the products or become this great leader with the business, right? We want to be the guide. We want to guide these heroes, okay? So number 1, to help people. Okay, so consider the purpose of sales and marketing. Number 1 is to help people find real solutions to their problems. Real solutions, right? Number 2, to educate potential customers so they can make a decision that is in their own best interest. Okay? Number 3, to set proper expectations with customers, right? Notice what is missing. Marketing is not to tell people how good we are, right? It's not a highlight reel of our life or how amazing we are, right? Marketing is not to brag about our work. Marketing is not to put down the competition. Good marketing that honors God and sets up effective service to others humbly addresses our customers' issues, right? We're focusing on the customer's issues. Humility affects our choice of words, our overall presentation, and our tone and demeanor. Even more importantly, humility defines what we talk about. Humility focuses on the benefits for the customer instead of the wonders of our product or service, right? Again, highlighting them, not about us, right? We're going to guide them. We don't want to be that guru, right? Having humility doesn't preclude telling the truth about how we can serve others. Humility doesn't mean that we downplay our capabilities, right? We can communicate all of those facts with a humble attitude. Okay? That humility, that's a good one. Number 3. Number four is service. All right? As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. That's 1 Peter 4:10. Okay? I'm going to read this too because I think this is good stuff. God intends for mankind to steward the earth and care for each other's needs. When we adopt the world's mindset towards business, recruitment becomes all about us, and how much money we can make, regardless of whether or not we are serving both the common good and the interests of our customers, right? So that's the worldview, right? The world's mindset towards business. All right, recruitment becomes how much money can we make, regardless of whether or not we're serving, right, our customers. So our products and services should promote others' well-being so they can enjoy a flourishing life, right? We should cater our presentation to the needs of the customer, not the needs of whatever goal we are trying to reach, right? Hey, I'm trying to earn this Punta Cana trip, and we're just like hustling for enrollments, right? We want to make sure that and this is not me preaching at anybody. This is just all of us, right? Rather, every transaction a customer has with us should add value to their life. Don't feel bad for chasing or running towards goals, running towards earning trips that are going to bless you and your family. Don't feel bad about that. That's not what this is about, right? But we want to do that with the mindset of we're helping our customers, right? And by helping our customers, that blesses them and us. So try these questions. Number 1, in what ways does my business promote human flourishing? Am I truly looking out for my customers, right? Am I truly or is it just about me? And then the last one, do I have a product or service that serves a useful purpose? 100% yes. 100% we do. We see thousands of testimonies. We know we do, right? It's just about how we're, like, the focus of what we're doing, right? Making sure that we're focused on our customers flourishing, right? Okay. Number 5, community. I love this. Okay. I'm going to read this a little bit and then we're going to be done. Send you on your way. So, and they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and the prayers, and awe came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were being done through the apostles. And all who believed were together and had all things in common. And they were selling their possessions and belongings and distributing the proceeds to all, as any had need. And day by day, attending the temple and breaking bread in their homes, they received their food with glad and generous hearts. And that's from Acts. That's Acts 2, verse 42 through 47. Okay. You and I were built for community. We were built. That's what we're meant for. And Jermaine and I talk about this all the time, right? Before we can invite others to join us, we have to be assured what we are inviting them to, right? Of course, we earn an income when we successfully sign someone to our team. But another objective we have is that we are trying to help them experience transformation, which often happens in the community we are building. Your connections are not another number. Your connections are not another number in your back office, right? That's not what it's about. A step towards earning an incentive. We're talking about that, right? Or any other means to an end. They are people God has set aside for you to serve and impact their lives. You are not just creating a business, but you are creating a community where people can thrive to the glory of God. You guys, this is from the Anthem Collective. This is not my work. This is the 5 principles of biblical recruitment. Okay. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was really good. And as Jermaine and I think as our team is kind of shifting, not that we were doing, I think, something wrong, but we're shifting our focus really about partnering with God. And these 5 principles, biblical principles behind recruiting and prospecting are like the foundation of what we're doing, right? Love, truth, humility, service, and community. And I really think that community is, like, I love what it says about this last part. Your connections are not another number in your back office, a step towards earning an incentive or any other means to an end, right? It's like really focusing on like how can I serve my friendships, right? As we're making friends, like even if that friend never does, I was talking with somebody the other night, even if that friend never takes my products or never joins my team, I'm still building a friendship with them. And there's so many benefits to that outside of them taking my products. So just something to think about. Okay. They are people God has set aside for you to serve and impact their lives. You are not just creating a business, but you are creating a community where people can thrive to the glory of God. That's our focus. So I hope you liked it, you guys. Leave some comments below if you have questions, but we're going to be working through this. You guys have a great day.